9, and then 10. Now we're gonna open up into what I call a chair squat. So your heels are about hip width apart. You're in a comfortable stance and you wanna feel like your knees are tracking with your second toe. We'll add that breath. Yep, make it comfortable for you, Polly. 5, good. 6, each leg has half of your weight. 7, 8, good. 9, and then another one. And then for the legs go out, so second position, the legs can be slightly turned out. 2, 3, that's it. 4, 5, had a girl. 6, 7, breathing in the nose. 8, 9, and then 10. Now we're gonna come back into a one-footed balance because it helps prevent falls. And so I just saw an article, if you're on there's 4 medicines that are more increased with falls. Gabapentin was one of them, and antidepressants was another one. Can't remember the other 2 right now, but just make sure you're aware. Now this looks really good. If you would like to add on, put your hands at your heart. Good, and we're gonna do a little rotation away from the knee that's in the air. So see if you can add your gaze going away from your knee that's in the air. And then bring it, inhale, back to center. So dynamic balance. Good, Jean, and then lower. Then try your other foot. So one foot's up, calf or inner thigh. Now, the first pose was a tree, so just making sure we have one-legged balance skills, that helps decrease the chance of falls. Nice, breathing in your nose. Good, you can feel the muscles around your leg figuring out how to balance us. Now the add-on, if you would like to add on, you can put your hands at your heart, and if you need to just stick with tree, you can. But if you can add on, turn your body away from the knee that's in the air. Take an inhale, and then while your leg's still in the air, return to the front. Very good, nice job. And now we're going to go to hold on to something. You can hold on to a wall or anything, a counter, but you're gonna take one leg in a single calf raise. That's a girl, that'll work. I've got one foot just out of the way. I've got mine wrapped behind the ankle. Now we're gonna do 15 on that side. Good, knee is long. And take 5 more. This also helps with circulation. Now on the other side, 15, and each of your toe heads has equal weight. So you want to make sure you're not just going over to the pinky side of your foot. 5, 6, good. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that a girl, 13, 14, and then 15. Now we're going down for the back of our legs. So if you can get down on the floor without using your hands. Grab a sip if you need it. We're going to work the back of the legs. The heels are on the floor. The head is down, and curl your spine up. And this is called the bridge. So just see if you can add on a cue of your lumbar spine articulating. So we're good to the spine, and we're strengthening the back of the legs, the glutes and the hamstrings. This is really good if you've been sitting for a long time. Yeah, I have a good view of you now, Jean. Now, if you can, add a leg up so that one leg gets all the attention, and go all the way down, your sacrum hits the floor, and then all the way up. So go all the way down and all the way up. Good. Reach through the leg that's in the air as well. Make it an actively pointing leg. Now we're gonna put that other leg down and do 10 on the other leg. Reach through the leg that's in the air. 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now lower that foot and walk the feet out away a little bit, like 6 inches or so. and your knee is now more obtuse in the angle. Go up and down 10 times. You'll feel your legs. Breathe. Yep, 9. And then after the 10 of those, walk your feet one more, about 6 inches away. Your knees are a little longer now, and do 10 more of those long bridges. So we're working the legs. And then turn over onto your side. Now when you're on your side, take your top leg and draw circles. And you're gonna feel like your waist pulls in. So now we're working the hip. So we're working all around the legs right now. And this one, we're gonna pull our toes back. So now we are waking our shin muscles up too. It's like you're reaching out your heel and you're doing those circles the other way. And you feel your waist supporting you. Now let that leg go to the front and just out of the way. It's gonna try to push into the floor, but relax it. Take your bottom leg. Now we're working the inner thigh. Lift up that leg and draw circles. Pointing through your toes of the working leg. Feel your waist pull in. And we're gonna do a flex of the foot. So pulling the toes back, go 10 circles the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now we're doing everything on the other side. Good job. So you notice we work the quads, we work the hips, we work the calves. Now this top leg, you can point your toes and draw a circle. The fingers here can act like a little brace. The waist also acts like a little brace. Some of the leg circle you want to go behind you, so you work that glute medius. Breathe. The bottom leg kind of pushes into the floor. Now we're gonna add on a flexed foot or dorsiflexed, go up and around. Make sure everything feels good. Circling that joint. Breathe, no neck tension, no jaw tension. And then let that foot go in front, kind of soft and out of the way. Bottom toes point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now flexion, pull your toes back and go 10 the other way. Good, 4, long knee, 5 on bottom, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower onto your belly. Let your arms be a pillow. Lift up both legs and flutter. This is also hamstring glutes. Flutter, about 20 flutters here. Neck is soft. And now add on your toes hitting each other, tapping each other. 20 horizontal beats. And then a child's pose. Push back, good job. I'm also gonna pull the toes under and stretch out those feet. Really good job. And grab a sip, and we're gonna come back down and do some swan. So we did a lot of legs, good job. Now we're gonna strengthen the upper body, the back. So when you're ready, breathe into your nose, lift up your back and hover. Your hands are hovering too for now. You're just gonna wake up your back with this upper body lift. Yeah, hover, hover, and then add your hands when you're ready. Yep, and then find a place that feels like you can hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower. Okay, we're gonna do that again. So at first, lift up your torso without your hands. Stay here for the count of 3, 2, then press your hands into the floor and glide your shoulders down the back. 10, breathe. 2, looks good. 7, 8, and exhale, lower. All right, let's do it again. Lift up without your hands helping you. Hold for 3, 2, and then add your hands pushing and go up. Now you might find you could go a little higher now. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Push back, child's pose, hips towards the heels. I'm going to add the toe under as well. Grab a sip if you'd like, and we're going to touch some abdominals, obliques. Forearm plank. And let your elbows be underneath the shoulders and energize your legs. Neck soft. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we're going to turn to the side, and we'll take a side plank. So this time we'll do a 15 count. You can stack your feet if you'd like. If that's too hard, stagger. And we're going to hold 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and lower at the hip. Now we're going to go to the other side. So 15 on this side, elbows supported, and get ready. Go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Nice job. Wonderful job. All right, now we're going to, we did a set of planks. Take a sip if you'd like. We're going to mix up core sides. So upper back again. You're going to be down on the mat. Now, the fingers are beside your hips at this point. Palms down. Lift up your torso. Now, if you can add on, lift up your legs. So only your belly, maybe your ribs or pelvis are on the mat, but your upper back is up, your legs are up, and just hold. Building strength. Now lower, if you want to add on, you can put your hands on the low back. You could even interlace them. And then let's go up for 10 again. 10. Relax. If you had your hands interlaced, switch them the other way. Let's go up for 10. Here we go. Up. And then relax. Now, let's do a windshield wipe. The next one is going to be a posterior oblique chain. So I'll tell you what that is. You're going to be taking your legs long, and then lift up the right leg only as you lift up your torso, and you rotate a little bit left. So lower everything, lift up your left leg and your torso, and slightly rotate your torso right. You got it. Lower, and then lift up your right leg and lift your torso with your left side going higher. Left leg, right torso. Good. Every time I'm coming down and then lifting up again, sort of like starting at home base. Check your neck. It shouldn't feel like it's got any tension in it. So it's just going along for the ride. The upper back's leading the way. And I'm just doing it slow and controlled. See if you can feel, is one leg lifting higher than the other, and can you even that out? Is one torso lifting easier than the other, or one side? So one more on each. Right, left, and that is good. Now with this child's pose, you can walk your fingers over to one side so that you get a lateral flexion. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then walk your hands over to the other side, stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then gently come back, grab a sip, really good. We're going to throw in some of those oblique and abdominals. on the forearm plank. So on the forearm plank, you're here in a plank, but if you want to add on, you're going to push through your toes and then drop back through your heels. Push through your toes and drop back through your heels. So we're doing that 10 times. Good. 5 more. And then we're going to lower the pelvis and stretch our back by going into forearm sphinx or swan on the hands. So just stretch out the work we just did. Good. Breathe in, neck is soft. And then go down to your side plank. Now on the side plank, we're going to add on a rotation. So see if you can do 10. Palms up, add a rotation. Then stretch. If you want a bigger stretch for the shoulder muscles, take the arm behind your torso. Good. Exhale. Your hips are steady. Your arm is moving, your torso is moving. And 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Terrific, guys. Let's go to the other side. Grab your side plank. Stacked or staggered feet. Stacked is harder. And then we're going to do 10. Yeah, you got it, G. 1. Stretch if you want. That arm can go further behind you. It's really good for the posture muscles. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then lower. Good job. Let's grab a sip and then we're still going to do some abs. I just want to make sure we try to get 8 to 12 ounces. Do a glass. Let your forearms down. Reach your legs long. Now in this one, you're going to go up in the hips so it's like a dolphin or an upside down V. And then shift to your plank. Now press your hips up and back. And then shift into plank. And up. And shift. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then 10. Now on the 10th one, we're going to stretch. So I like to just start with the Sphinx. And then if you feel like you're warmed up and you want to go higher, put your hands on the floor and go higher. Looks good. 5. Next off. 3. And then lower yourself down. Now we're going to take the side plank like you're painting a sky or like you're catching a cloud. So your legs are long. One hand's going to be on that top hip. Once you go up, go over with your arm. You might even try to touch the ground. Lower your hip a little bit, but not all the way to the ground when you're doing these. Your arm is reaching. There you go, baby. Inhale. 4 and 5. Good. Shoot for 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then recover. Really good. All right, now we're going to go to the other side. Good job on those endurance abs, right? So it's also upper body that you're strengthening if you do these. So we're going to do 10. The top arm can go up and over. I like to try to touch the floor. Stretching. Touch the hip. Touch the floor. And 4. Lift your hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Grab a sip. Really good. Your core should feel like it's very active, like it's been working. This next one counters it. This is a swimming exercise. So your belly's down. All these are spine strengtheners. We want bone density, right? So shoulder blades down the back. And I'm gonna lift up the right arm and the left leg and then lower. Lift up the left arm and the right leg and then lower. Right arm, left leg. left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Now, if you want this harder, all the limbs come off the floor, and then you continue to lift like you were, but you're just not touching the feet or hands to the floor. You can even speed it up if you want. You can even add a different breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. And then recover. Let's do a wide knee child pose, and that'll allow for a big diaphragmatic breath. It'll let your shoulders drop a bit more. Breathe in. Nice. And then grab a sip. We're going to take a little cat-cow with some variations. Make sure your joints are comfortable. So when I cue cat-cow, check in. If you need more padding under your knees, do that. If your wrists are not super comfortable, you can fold your knuckles. Just make sure your joints are supported as you do this cat-cow. Now, if you would like to add on, curl your toes, lift up your knees, and then do cat-cow 5 times. And if you would like to add on, go to down dog, up dog articulation, and you can always stick with the beast cat-cow or with the knees on the floor cat-cow. So you have 3 different options to work at to see what works for you. Breathe in. Good. Tuck. And up. Good. And up. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Take a little child's pose there. Rest. Nice job, guys. Really good. All right, this is a little strengthener for the quads. So if you want to double up your mat, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do this. Hinge and then come forward. Now, nothing should hurt your knees. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Hinge. Right here, your hands could even show you these quads are lengthening and strengthening. It's called an eccentric contraction. Good. And that's it. You're just going to where you're not getting in your low back. You're staying in one long line. Take 5 more. Good. Take 4 more. And you're self-regulating how back you go. Good. 3. If you were to need a backup plane, you could do a wall sit on the wall. 2. 1 more. Nice job. Now the hands go down. We're going to do a little stretch for that, but also for balance. So lift up your right foot. See if you can reach your left hand to your right foot and push up. Good. If not, just stretch out. Good. 10. Really good. 9. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower. Now take your right hand to your left foot and push up. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, lift, and 10. Nice job. Now go back down to the belly and make sure you have enough space in your arms. We're going to be making as big a circle as you can. So as big a circle as you can, down even to your thighs. Forward, big a circle as you can. Wide. Now to add on, you can flutter kick your legs. That's hamstrings and glutes. You want to feel like your shoulders are moving. That's what healthy shoulders do. So we want to move those scapula forward. Reach those arms. 3, 2, and 1. Now 1 more swan or sphinx you choose. So like you're telling your posture what you would like for the rest of the day. 2, 3. And then a child pose, push back. Grab a sip. We're going to do a set of push-ups. So your modification would be up on the wall and then walk far enough away that you can do a push-up, elbows close to your ribs. Another neat modification is in this all fours. Another one is on your knees. And when I say knees, I mean flush above the knees, so it shouldn't hurt your joints. Or you can do a full one. Good, elbows in close to the ribs for the abs. Atta girl. And try 15. Good, strong. It's like you're blowing the floor away with your exhale. Good, 5 more if you can. Good, rest if you need. And then take a break. Let your feet go any way that's comfortable. Take your arms out like a letter T. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Catch your leg or catch the floor. You're also getting your heart rate and blood pressure down. Full breathing. Open up. And add the other way. Hand to thigh or floor, or in floor. Breathe. All these stretches are good for posture too, and we've got the muscles warmed up. Now inhale. I'm going to show a couple ways you could do this with one hand on your opposite knee, or if you feel like you need to go further, 10, and let's add on to our rotation. We worked a lot of those oblique muscles, so now we're going to open up to the sky. Ooh, I feel that one. 5. Take an inhale, and really pretend that you're breathing into that rib cage, and up. Now remember, you could do this hand across, or you could put your hand here. Hi, Lauren. Doing a few posture stretches. Rotate down. Rotate up. Feel all that and breathe into your rib cage. Stretch, stretch, stretch. I like to even really stretch out through the hands. Now when you come up, the other stretch for posture we're doing is row, rotation arm, and then lift your heart. So this is a nice little full breath. This is gonna set the intention for the rest of the day to have a full body, spine extension. And then take a moment to come back inside. Notice how you feel. Good job on the Pilates. Now, if you would like to get your Donna bands, your heaviest one, we're gonna do some we're gonna do some strength training with our bands and our dumbbell weights. So you'll take your heaviest band that you have. Another thing you can do, have a great day, Polly, is take 2 bands, wrap it around your heel arch. I'm gonna cross that band like an X. Walk your hands way, way, way forward, and row, and exhale, and pull, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, should feel like you're back, 19, 20. Now we're gonna rotate, so turn to one side, and as you turn to one side, your gaze just goes along for the ride. You can add on the palm turning up, which is called supination, as you rotate that spine. So if you're turning right, the right palm turns up. If you're turning left, the left palm turns up, and then you return it to what's called neutral, where your thumb is on the top of the band. Good. And then just see, can you rotate to the same range of motion on each side? Try 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna have us let go of that. Good job. Grab a sip if you'd like, and a medium band or one that's slightly lighter than this. And take that band around your heel arch, wrap it, pull low, beside your hips, but not so close that you run into the floor. I'm gonna move this, okay, 2, now you're tall, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, yep, 10, you're lifting up through your spine, 11, 12, 13, feel your long arms, triceps, 5 more, look how good your posture is, 4, 3, your shoulders are down the back, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Give yourself some rolls, so it's just like a hand down shoulder movement. Nice. Cross the band like an X. Put your elbows close to you, your ribs. Open up your forearms. Good. I'm going to add on a toe spread, so see if you can spread out your toes to add on to this cue. And work the feet arch when you do that. If you can, all the toes are separated from each other, none are touching each other. And we'll slow it down on the way down. So open and then resist with control. Neck soft. 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Give yourself a little movement here and uncross your bands. All right, this is going to be a letter T. Your hands are on either side. Oh, that, and then lift up once you get it. All right, exhale. Your rear deltoid and then the muscles that retract the scapula are strong. Rear deltoid, your arms should feel like there's a soft circle. So your wrists are neutral. Good. And exhale. 10, 9, 8. These are really important muscles to prevent rounded shoulders. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, let that go. I'm going to have us come up to either kneeling or standing. Take your band like this. I'll just do kneeling for showing it. Go up and behind. Now this is not for strength training. This one's for mobility. Yep, up. And then it's going to go way behind you and way in front of you. So let's say touch your thighs, touch the back of your thighs, touch the front of your thighs, and then we're going to find a place to stretch. So one place is the Y. Now I have noticed my shoulders woke up with those, so I'm going to walk my hands in. If you have the same feeling, you can always change your tension. But this is for a stretch, not for the work. Okay, now try an inch or 2 lower. That should really get your posture muscles. That looks great. Good, full breath. Isn't that lovely? It's opposite of our forward daily habit. So now go about an inch or 2 lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let that go. You should feel like, whoo, I've got some shoulder opening. Now keep your band, but we're going to stand up, ideally without using your hands. And grab a sip if you want. We're going to do a bicep curl here. I like biceps because I can feel how functional it is when you go to the farmer's market and you pick up some spaghetti squash. You know right away, you're glad you worked your biceps. Pick up a bushel of apples, and these are the muscles that pick up items. So I always think of this at the farm or the farmer's market. You got to pick up that produce. Exhale. One thing that I see is that everybody's shoulder blades are down the back. It looks like your wrists are neutral. You can always just shake your neck and make sure. Knees are long but soft. Really good. Picking up. 10 more. 9, 8, and we are helping out with grip strength, which we know is associated with longevity and health span. Good, feel those biceps. 1, really good. Now, step off for a moment. Nice job, and take that band behind. Actually gonna do a medium or another one in that medium heavy behind the back. I'm gonna gather the excess because I don't like the band to hit me. All right, so you're gonna push out, excuse me, push out. Now, if you would like, you can always add a heel raise to boot. We know there's different motor sensors on the feet that are important to keep the brain intact. So I love doing exercises that involve the feet as well. And then I like it because we get our balance improved. And then lifting up your calves or heels helps with that vessels. All right, now you're gonna just change one thing. You're gonna go forward now with the arms. So if you can, keep the heels going up and down. And then your arms are palm up, forward. And then adding a couple things together while you're doing exercise, because of the increased blood flow to the brain, helps prevent neural decline. It helps cognitive function. If you had a scale under each foot, imagine it would read exactly half your body weight on each foot. 5 more. Good. I'm going to try to slow it down on the way. Back. 4, 3, whoops, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now I'm going to take that down, grab a sip, and we're going to do a hand weight that lets us do deltoid raises. So for most of us, that'll be between 3 and 8 pounds. I would say 5 pounds would be a good weight for a lot of us. Go out like a letter T and check your neck. 2, good. I love it. 3, you're tall. 4, and 5, and I'll just go over breathing. We're breathing in the nose. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. I like how there's no tension in the neck. And we're going to keep going. Most of you should see your weight, your dumbbell, in your peripheral vision. You want to check in with your shoulders though. We've all got different histories. So do your shoulders feel safe, or do you need to modify the angle a little bit, or how high you go or don't go? So the exercise is for your body, healthy in the joints. We want to keep doing it, so we want to encourage safety and not getting injured. So take 2 more. All right, we've got 1 more. I love it. 1 more. Woo, and then let that down. I'm going to throw in a balance exercise with this shoulder stretch. So if you are having a challenge and you just need to do 1 of those, just do 1. But if you can, do a tree plus the fingers behind you and opening up. Whoop! Okay, so hold 10. So 2 things, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you need to, just do the tree pose. Exactly. 7, 8. Ooh, good. Lower that down. Now, other foot. So you could even, if you got the tree, you could work on going higher with your legs. So there's all sorts of ways to add on. 10, 2, 3. Keep breathing. 4. The long, calm breath tells your nervous system it's okay. And that makes it easier to balance than in a heightened state of stress or anxiety. So really good job. Now, this is just one of my favorite nervous system moves. You release tension, you calm the brain. The exhale also calms tension. Good, it kind of gets rid of any tension in the body. Nice job. Now we're gonna add on a front raise with the hand weight. So it's gonna look like this. So it might be a little lighter than that one that we just did. We're gonna go to the front. So I'd say 3 to 8, forward. And if it's kind of close and you're not sure, just start with a weight and then go grab your other weight to make it lighter, or you can always do right, left as a way to give a little recovery time. One thing I see I like, no one's leaning back. It would be so tempting to lean back and you're staying upright. And we're gonna slow it down. That's the cue that really works for me, is fighting gravity. And 10, gravity's gonna pull us down anyway, so we're just resisting to work that negative contraction. Good. Like it. Feel that. Good. You feel how your core is helping you a little bit? It's not like a death grip, but you feel it working, and that way you're not getting in your back. 5 more. Fight, 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 gravity. There's the shoulders. And there's that grip strength that we talked about. We're working on grip strength. We know that's associated with longevity. 1 more. And it might have to do with the fact that we're just picking up things and moving things. So take that down, and that we're active, but it is a neat correlator. Now, right foot over the left, left hand down, right arm up and over, half moon, add a rotation down, add a rotation up, come up, and then we're going to do a foot cross. Now, if you have trouble with balance, just leave the feet in neutral underneath their respective hips. Exhale, rotate down. And inhale, a rotation up. Get ready, inhale. And then exhale to come up. Nice job. Now, we're gonna grab a sip. Try to go down to the floor without using your hands. And then you're gonna be doing a hand weight that lets you do a bench press. So it's gonna be heavier. It's probably gonna be 5 to 12 pounds. And remember, another little trick is you can always do more reps, or you can change your weight halfway through. So I'll get forward so you have room to see. You're gonna be lying down with your head on the mat and your feet on the floor. Now I've got my elbows about 45 degrees out, or a few inches from my ribs, and I'm pushing up and touching the ends and then lowering. So I'm doing about a 45-degree angle right now. But if you have an old shoulder injury and you want an even, sometimes an even other modification is elbows right beside your ribs. And I want you to listen to your joints. There's anatomy, and then there's our body's history. So I want you to feel like everything feels very safe to you. Yeah. Everything's controlled. You're not just flailing the weight up. Some people might even need a pillow under their head in order to feel like their neck's not kind of uncomfortably up. So if you have a forward head syndrome, you'll want a pillow. Find your shoulder joint that works for you. The wrist should feel like it's healthy too. You're not letting the weight take your wrist in a backwards position. I like to use the exhale to push. So exhale, push, and that's a little abdominal tone, and then resist gravity. So we're gonna push up and then try to slow it down on the way down. We're gonna push up, and then we're just going a little bit slower as we lower our arm to the floor. All right, try 5 more. Your jaw is soft, your eyes are soft. There's no extra tension in your neck. 3 more. 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to take a full body stretch. Reach your fingers, reach your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Breathe in. And then I'm gonna have you use your abs to come up. See if you can come up. And again, use your legs only to come up to standing. Now, let your blood pressure adjust. I'm also gonna take a safety moment to get the weights out of the way so that my balance is secured, and then we'll grab a sip. We'll do a shoulder press. Let me show you what the shoulder press is going to be like. So you're going to be doing this, and what you might do is a lighter weight. So it's probably going to be somewhere between 3 and 8, and your feet are about hip width for most of us. I like to start right here because it's almost like there's a shelf. Now turn the abs on a little bit so that your low back doesn't get really swayed. The ribs pull down a little bit is another way to say that. Good. And if you need to, you can do this in a chair. Seated, 4 in a chair. 5. Good. Check your neck. 6, good. That a girl? Yeah. 7, I love it. 8, another modification would just be do the lateral raises that we did earlier. Nice. Big breath. Feel your triceps a little bit too. All right, it's up to 5 more. See what you can continue breathing. Rest more if you need to. Grab a different weight if you need to. So let's do exhale. Now, when we go down, we're going to, let's bend the elbow, or sorry, straighten the elbows. Lower them with your back in neutral. And very good, I want to give you a cow face pose. So one hand can help you pat yourself on the back. That may be what you do, but if you want to add on the other arm, and then this may be all you do, or if you would like to try a little balance, take 3 circles like you're a ballerina. Each way. This is called dynamic balance. And then lower. Take a breather. One hand back. Now this may be all you do, or you take your fingers and you grab your fingers. Now the possible add-on, 3 circles. So I'm always going to include balance. And I hope no one's on more than 4 meds, but if you're on over more than 4 meds, your risk goes up to a lot. And if you're on gabapentin or in any depressant, your risk goes up a lot. Or now Eccentric. Eccentric's causing muscle loss, which is increasing people's chance of fall. So do 1 more. 1. Good job. And then on this one, we're going to take a hammer curl. So this is what the move's going to look like. And you might take a heavier weight on this because we're shorter lever. So you might do 5 to 8 pounds. And you're going to add that brachioradialis on this. So it's like you've got a neutral, it is a neutral grip. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how I'm making sure my elbows don't bend behind me. So right here, I'm making sure the elbows don't go behind me or anything like that. 4, slow it on the way down. Good. 5, you feel that forearm a little bit now. 6, good. So we're challenging grip in different ways too. Knees are soft. Good, and you can have the arms a little closer to your body. Yeah. So there's not too much space between the arm and the rib. And I like to do this every now and then. Make sure my neck's not acting and it getting involved. That looks good, Jean. Yeah. Good, like it. Notice how your jaw is soft, how your breathing is rhythmic. I've got us at 5 more. So we're going to inhale. Good. I'll just show how the body is not swaying forward and back. I don't see anyone doing that. That's wonderful. You're not using your body. You're just using your bicep brachioradialis as well. And you're going to lower your hand weight. Now, we're going to use our back. We're going to keep our back safe as we come down. And I want to give you a couple stretches to choose from. One is prayer pose in front. And let's all do that just because it's really good for the forearms and the fingers. Now, either stay here, or if you think you can do this one, palms behind you and hold. Good. Nice. Breathe in. It's shoulders and forearms. 5, 4, 11, 3, 2, and then hold hands with yourself and massage the carpals. This is a good one you can do at any time. If you've been using your hands a lot, cooking with cast iron skillets, gardening, there you go. Let that go. Holding cards. All right, we're gonna add on. Let's take our Dynaband and do a tricep. So elastic tubing Dynaband. Take one hand. You remember that stretch we did that was behind your head, like a cow face? That's how we're gonna start, but then we're gonna let our other hand grab the band. Now press up with the top hand only. The bottom hand is just an anchor. Let's breathe. Up. 6, good. 7, good, I love it. 8, you're lengthening your elbow. 9, this is such an important muscle, the tricep. Now we have 10 more. It helps you get out of low chairs or low couches. If you were to fall, this is the muscle that you put out your arm. It tries to catch you, so we need it to be strong. Okay, 5 more if you can. 5, 4, 3, just do the best you can. 2, give yourself more slack if you need to, and then let that go. Now I need blood flow sometimes, so I'm just gonna give us a little shake here, and then switch it, so now the other hand, the one that was low, is now high. This hand is now an anchor, the one that was working before. Get ready. Now the first one, you'll know right away, is this too easy? Do I need more tension? Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, here's the breath, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you're doing great. 16, make sure your body's tall. 17 and not leaned over. 18, we're going for 20. 19, press up. 20, really good. Let that go for a minute. Now I'm gonna have 2 things. Hold onto your elbow and then lean away from it. It's kind of like that half moon. Breathe in with a tricep, shoulder, lat emphasis. All right, go hand to elbow, hold it up and behind you, and then see if you can add a lean. Breathe in, good. And then you're gonna inhale and come back up. Nice, just shake it out. Grab a sip, we're gonna do some bent over rows. So you'll have 2 heavier weights, like 2 10s or 2 8s, 2 5s, somewhere in there. And then we're gonna do 2 at a time this time, so I'm gonna do 15 reps. So the feet are together. Now watch how I bend my knees a little bit and kind of stick my booty out, but my back is long. Bend the elbows. Maybe you can think about picking up a suitcase, and we'll do both. Now I'm gonna turn to you. Good, so your heart's kind of lifted. 5, yeah, even though your booty's kind of lifted, your heart's kind of lifted. Feel that grip. 7, good. Now the elbow's leading the way. 8, so you're not trying to bring that weight to your shoulder, you're lifting up the elbow. Your forearm might be roughly perpendicular to the floor. All right, try 5 more. 5, your elbow goes up. 4, good. 3, 2, now on the 1, leave your elbows long and then stand. Good, lower your hand weights, really good. And then let's take a little finger interlace. I wanna do a couple things, calves here. Now, you can hold on to something if you want, but you're gonna lift up and down with your heels. So just notice that. That's calves. You can do this, I like this, you can do this at the gas station, you can do this while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. Just a great exercise. So if you would like to add on, now you can stay here, but if you wanna add on, add a pogo for elasticity, which will go away. Have you ever gotten out of a chair and you feel really creaky? That's elasticity. So this is one of those. Now, if you want, do 6 high jumps. This helps with osteoporosis prevention, but if you don't, do your calf raises. So you make your decision, but if you want to go up 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So thank you for always listening to your body. The next thing we're going to do is a forearm plank. So you're going to go down. I'm moving my props and get your elbows underneath you. And you're gonna energize through your legs. Now, if you want more, pull your elbows to your toes and your toes to your elbows for an isometric hold. 20 counts. Do the best you can. If you have to rest, rest. 10 more. 5 more. And then rest your pelvis. Now, forearms or hands, swan. Forearms is Sphinx, swan is hands. Good, this is for back muscles or posture. Good. Now lower your body. This is for your back and your rear shoulder. So lift up your back, lift up your toes, lift up. Now your arms are by your side, lift them higher than your back 10 times. Your arms go up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now your arms are like a T. Lift the arms higher than your back, but your back is still up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now your arms are like a Y. Lift your arms higher than your body, but your back is still up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now Sphinx or Swan. I want to leave us with this lasting impression of how our back feels when it's upright, when it's stretched. There should be no tension in your neck. Hold 10. Child pose, toes under. That way our feet get it. And have a seat any way you want to. Put your hands flat on the floor. And I'm gonna just have you lift your thumb. Just your thumb, nothing else. This is for the hands. Lower the thumb. Everything's flat. Now lift the first finger only the first finger on both sides. Try to lift it high, but everything else is on the mat. Lower. Now lift the middle finger only. This is for your hands. And your third finger, lift it up high, but everything else is flat. Lower, and then the pinky, and then lower. Now this time, hold your hand like fist. Just spread out your first finger. Stretch it out like you're ironing your first finger. Now your second finger, so 2 fingers are flat. Now iron out your third finger, flat, flat, flat. See how that one's a little harder? And I can tell my right hand is more flexed, so give it some attention. Fourth finger, everything's flat. Now fifth, everything's flat like a pancake. Now thumb into the middle, everything else is flat. First point your finger in. You can catch it with your thumb, but try to keep everything else flat. Middle, that's where I start breaking down right there. All right, now the next one. And then this one, all of them. Now this is just, these are 3 different hand exercises. Palms down, this is the 4th one. And then this is for everything. Let's go up into an inhale and exhale lower and breathe in. Notice you can get a fuller breath. Now breath is energy, so breath is mood. If you want a dopamine kick, here it is, big full breath. Now catch yourself any way you want to. Just go up and breathe and just pretend like you're watching the sun come out on a beautiful day. It's 70 degrees, everything's perfect. Let's fill our body, our mind, and our spirit. We'll take our hands to our heart with that intention. Today I intend to stay closely connected to the peace in my body, mind, and spirit with so much appreciation to you guys. Thank you so much. So good. You're doing so good. Good job, everybody.